Hi, I'm Chris Green, co-founder of US Rack. Thank you for considering one of our quality US Rack products. Our product video segments only take a few minutes to watch, but they will show in detail how to assemble, install, and make safe use of the many outstanding features of our products. Since its inception in 1999, US Rack has developed and now manufactures the largest variety of distinct truck rack designs anywhere. We also service what we sell, and you can reach us for technical support at 1-888-877-2257. We believe that we have a product that will fit your specific need at an affordable price. Thank you for watching, and now on with the presentation.
Here are the parts of the dual rack. The first thing to do is to lay them out to ensure that everything is there. Check the inventory sheet, which is part of the installation instructions. It has photos that identify the parts. Examine all the parts to ensure that they are in good condition. Damage can occur during shipping and occasionally even during the manufacturing process. If you find missing or broken parts, cracked welds, or any other damage, do not attempt to install the rack. Contact customer service on the toll-free phone number in the instructions and we'll send you what you need right away. Before actually installing on the truck, we need to assemble a few parts. First, pick up and examine one of the four legs. Notice that there is a plastic cap in one end. This is the top of the leg, and below it are a series of 3 holes. Near the other end of the leg are 2 more holes. Now examine the crossbar and notice that it consists of 2 parallel bars connected by shorter members. Notice that one of the bars is round and the other is rectangular. The rectangular bar is approximately the same size and shape as a Thule crossbar and is designed to receive Thule accessories. The other crossbar is round and is designed to fit Yakima or similar accessories. Now examine the grip plates. Notice that there is a metal handle on the front and a short plate projecting from the back. Notice also that the grip plates are mirrored pairs and that handles on the fronts of the plates lean either to the left or to the right. The first step in assembly is to place 2 washers on 2 of the long button head cap screws and place them through the top of the legs. If you have a Ford Super Duty or a Dodge Mega Cab, or if you just want the crossbar in a high position, put the screws through the top holes. Lay the legs out at an angle with the ends of the screws pointing up and then place the crossbar down on them. Center the 2 screws in the space between the bars. Put either the rectangular or round bar at the top depending on which brand of accessories you have. Next, place the grip plates on top of the crossbars with the handles up so that the ends of the screws go through the holes in the plates, also ensuring that the short plate projecting from the grip plate is parallel with and on the outside of each leg. Place washers and nylon lock nuts on the screws and tighten lightly. The next step is to attach the bases to the bottom of the legs. You'll notice that there is a tubular projection on one end of each base. If the projections contain screws, remove them. Attach each base to the bottom of the leg by sliding the bottom of the leg over the top of the projection so that the holes at the bottom of the leg align with the holes in the projection. Place nylon washers on 2 button head cap screws and thread 1 into each hole. Tighten both firmly with the Allen wrench. Attach the other legs and bases in a similar manner. If you have a conventional Fleetside truck bed and want to clamp the rack securely to your bed rails, you should have parts that look like these, including a clamp tube and a cushion casing. If not already assembled, assemble them using the bolts, washers, and nut provided. Notice that you have in your kit not only an Allen wrench but a flat hex wrench to help you tighten the screws of the assembly. It is best when doing this to use the hex wrench to hold the nut while actively turning the screw with the Allen wrench. course, if you don't wish to clamp your rack onto your truck and have opted for the bolt-on system, you may use the hardware supplied in the package. To attach your rack, use a 3/8-inch bit in an electric drill to drill through the guide holes in the base of the rack and through the bed rail of your truck. You only need to select 2 of the 3 possible holes, but using the front and back holes is optimal. We've now reached the stage where we're ready to actually install the rack on the truck. First of all, you need to lower the tailgate. Place the rack down at the front of the bed so each base rests on top of the bed rail with the edge of the base in contact with the lip of the bed rail. To clamp the rack to the bed rail is quite simple. Slide the top of the clamp tube, which has a threaded hole in it, up into the bottom of the clamp box. At the same time, guide the rubber cushion up under the lip of the bed rail. Then take a 2-inch button head cap screw with a black nylon washer on it and insert it through the hole in the top of the clamp box and thread it into the top of the clamp tube. If you're satisfied with the location and orientation of the rack, you can use the Allen wrench to tighten this screw up until the base is clamped securely to the truck bed rail. When performing the same steps on the other side, you may notice that the crossbar may try to bow or not sit quite evenly. As you tighten up the clamp on the other side, you may have to further adjust the crossbar in relation to the legs. When you are satisfied, tighten the nylon lock nuts under the crossbar firmly. After completing the front section, install the back section in the same way. To clamp the rack to the track system and the bed rail, first place a clamp tube onto the spindle of the insert. Place a metal washer over the spindle and then place a plastic knob on the spindle and tighten it loosely. First of all, you need to lower the tailgate, remove the plastic track end stops, and insert the track inserts into the tracks. Slide them along the bed until they're about a foot from each end of the bed. After inserting the clamp tube, take a 2-inch button head cap screw with a black nylon washer on it and insert it through the hole in the top of the clamp box and thread it into the top of the clamp tube. If you're satisfied with the location and orientation of the track, you can first tighten the knob until the clamp tube is pulled securely against the track. Then, use the Allen wrench to tighten the screw up until the base is clamped securely to the truck bed rail. When performing the same steps on the other side, you may notice that the crossbar may try to bow or not sit quite evenly. As you tighten up the clamp on the other side, you may have to further adjust the crossbar in relation to the legs. When you're satisfied, tighten the nylon lock nuts under the crossbar firmly. After completing the front section, install the back section in the same way. Remember also that any cargo rack attached to a moving vehicle is subject to vibration caused by road conditions and winds, that it is very important to check all fasteners to ensure that they do not become loosened. There is one final step with trucks with track systems, and that's to install the truck safety blocks. The purpose of the safety blocks is to ensure that even if the fasteners holding the rack to the track become loose, the rack couldn't slide back and out of the truck. To install the safety blocks, first remove the small screw and washer from the block, then slide the block into the channel near the back of the track. Finally, find the small hole on the bottom of the track and insert the screw and thread it up into the hole in the bottom of the track and tighten firmly with a screwdriver. Now let's load up your dual rack. You can load a kayak or a canoe on your rack just using a foam tube. What we're using here is foam insulation from Home Depot, which cost about $2. Put one on the front and one on the back and you're set to go. Just slide the kayak up onto the truck and tie it down. Notice that I'm using ratchet straps on the back, and these attach easily into the eyes and the gussets on each base. Tie from one base up and completely around the kayak, bring the strap over the other side of the crossbar, and then tie down to the other eye. Now tighten the ratchet until it's very secure. Now, if you want to go a little more upscale and use a kayak or canoe carrier, you can mount your holder onto the dual rack. Lift the front of the canoe up and place it on the back sea wing. Lift the back of the kayak and put it forward and up onto both sea wings. Finally, strap the kayak down securely using the straps provided on both carriers. Loading other cargo, such as ladders and lumber, is also easy. After loading your ladders, lumber, or other cargo, ensure that you tie the cargo with ratchet straps, rope, or other secure means. Here are some safety points. Spread the load out over the length of the crossbar. Remember that although the overall rack is rated for up to 300 pounds, each crossbar is only rated for up to 150 pounds of distributed load. No more than 100 pounds should be concentrated on a length of 12 inches or less on either crossbar. In other words, if you have a heavy load, you want to spread it out and avoid placing all the weight in the middle of the crossbar. Another point is that you should tie down the cargo from one side to the other. Don't strap cargo in a way that pulls front and back sections toward each other. We've shown you how to inventory, assemble, install, and load cargo on your rack. When you've completed using your rack, owners of clamp-on racks are able to take advantage of one of the greatest advantages of this rack, its ability to be quickly and easily removed and stored. To do this, you simply have to reverse the steps we've shown you. After removing the rack, you can disassemble it and store it in the box in a small space, or keep it assembled and store it on the wall of the garage with the optional wall hangers for the next time you need it. So long, and we wish you a wonderful and safe cargo carrying adventure with the dual rack.